Good morning, dear students. Today is 4th January and we are ready with must-read articles list of today's newspaper. Before letting you go through the quick scan of today's newspaper, I want to remind you that I am covering a lot of prelims related information in our day-to-day newspaper gist. So even the 10 to 12 minutes video will make you friendly with a lot of information. So that will go into your permanent mind and you won't face a lot of difficulty while mugging it up from BT 365 or any such factual document. Okay, so let's start with the front page and the first article. India protests China's new counties in Ladakh. Beijing forms 2 new counties in Hotan prefecture that incorporate Ladakhi territory. Now MEA says India has never accepted illegal Chinese occupation and raises concerns over dam project as well. What is this dam project? This dam project is mega hydropower project in the upstream 𝘿𝙤𝙤'𝙩'. 𝘿𝙤𝙤'𝙩 is the Tibetan name of our very own river Brahmaputra, which flows from China and comes to India. So remember this Tibetan name of Brahmaputra. They are making a mega hydropower project which can have several risks for India, as a downstream nation. So MEA has expressed this concern against the aggressive stance of China. Let's move to other article. Now China has another virus. Union Health Ministry monitors HMPV outbreak in China, assures situation is not worrisome yet. Now this topic comes under the syllabus of GS paper 2, issues related to development and management of health sector. So what is happening? Human metapneumovirus HMPV is found in China, which is related to respiratory illness, right? And it affects mostly children under 14 years. Which includes coughing, fever, shortness of breath, bronchitis and pneumonia. So this HMPV, human metapneumovirus, was discovered in 2001. It belongs to the Pneumoviridae family along with respiratory syncytial virus. Okay? Let's move to this other article. Now this protests erupt in Pithampur over arrival of Bhopal waste, right? So the government of Madhya Pradesh has decided to incinerate the Bhopal gas tragedies waste that is there. So a lot of protest is coming. They are thinking that incineration will lead to a lot of chemicals in the air and it will affect their health, right? So you can use this case as a ethics case study. So so government along with CM is trying to do something and people are not accepting it, right? So 2 men suffered burns. They were trying to immolate themselves, right? So when the toxic waste from the Bhopal gas tragedy was moved from defunct Union Carbide factory to the industrial town, demonstrators gathered at several places for protest against the disposal of the waste at the incineration facility. The police took several steps, like they used water cannons, briefed baton charges, right? And this you can see one of these steps that we have mentioned previously also. The district authorities imposed section 163 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which prohibits the assembly of 5 or more people among other restrictions, right? So not just this point, you should search more points like this and prepare for case studies like this where people are not agreeing with the administration and the government. Let's move to the next article. Yeah, now this is also a small article. So Odisha treats unseasonal rain as disaster to pay farmer subsidy of 291 crore rupees for loss, right? So this topic can come under GS paper 3, disaster management, and disaster management is also including unseasonal rains which has not been done in past, right? So because of the unseasonal rain, they are being given the insurance under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, who have suffered crop loss, the farmers who have suffered crop loss above 33%, right? And they are also getting, farmers will get the assistance from the state disaster relief fund. This much is sufficient for the knowledge. Now let's move to the next article. There are very few articles today and it will save your time. So you better use that time in your other optional, especially optional at this juncture of preparation. So next article in opinion, right? Other 3 articles are not important. They are very specific or very critical of the government, which we will not use, and don't waste time there. Okay. So water woos. Yesterday also this article came. I'm mentioning it again because it is important. So annual assessment by the Central Groundwater Board on the state of groundwater and its quality has some worrying issues. The number of districts with excessive nitrate in the groundwater has risen from 359 in 2017 to 440 in 2023. So it is more than half of India's 779 districts. India has 779 districts, and more than half of it is affected by the nitrate underground water pollution. So what are the concerns with nitrate pollution? Why are we discussing about it? First, methemoglobinemia, or a reduced ability of red blood cells to carry oxygen. This will happen because of the nitrate going into the body, which also causes blue baby syndrome in infants. Okay, and the other problem is, once nitrates in groundwater rise to the surface and become parts of lakes, ponds, algal blooms throttle the health of aquatic ecosystems will also go down. Aquatic ecosystems like lakes and ponds, they will also not work in a proper manner, right? So Rajasthan, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan in the west, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu in the south are facing the largest extent of nitrate contamination. There are several reasons like geological factors, practice of intensive agriculture. Other 2 minerals which CGWB is concerned with is fluoride and uranium, in which can come in our drinking water also. Let's go to the other article. Now this article is also very small. We have to take it is similar to that Pithampur Bhopal gas tragedy situation that is happening. Government is trying to do something and people are not accepting it or agreeing with it. Similar thing in Madurai, mining for tungsten, which is a rare earth mineral, is in trouble. So what has happened? There have been sustained protests in Madurai district of Tamil Nadu ever since the union government have announced that it had granted tungsten mining rights in 8 blocks to Hindustan Zinc, a subsidiary of Vedanta. The residents of the region, Melur Taluk, which has the Aritapatti biodiversity heritage site, they worry about their land, lives and livelihood, right? So now in this case study, please now search how as a DM or as the authority of the district, you will try to include or take the consent of people and make them agree that it is good for them also, right? So this is a very interesting thing, and you don't have to think about it when you're writing GS4 paper during the case study. Prepare before. Okay, let's move to the different article. Yeah, no, this article is just important for prelims related information. French aircraft carrier to have Goa Kochi stopovers. So why this article is important? It has talked about India. This comes India and France having bilateral exercises. So names of bilateral exercises is given here, which is X Shakti on land. So India, France, land exercises is called X Shakti. India, France, sea exercises is called Varun. And India and France, air exercises is called Garud. Okay, Shakti on land, Varun at sea, Garud in the air. Okay, and since 2008, France has been a member of Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, which was initiated by India and brings together 25 navies from countries of the Indian Ocean. So what is Indian Ocean Naval Symposium? You should know about it. It was started by Indian Navy in 2008. Right? So there's a biennial meeting once in 2 years. This meeting is done for discussion of the safety and maritime cooperation in the Indian Ocean with the littoral states. So please know about it. Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. Next article. Yeah. So India pledges support to Maldives to help it navigate economic issues. Maldives is going through certain economic issues, and this topic comes under the syllabus of GS2 paper, India and its neighborhood relations, right? So in meeting with the Indian External Affairs Ministers, S. Jaishankar, Maldivian Foreign Minister, appreciated the financial assistance. So the Maldives is a very concrete expression of India's neighborhood first policy. India's foreign policy has one of the policy called India's neighborhood first policy, as Jaishankar said. Okay, and New Delhi's support to Indian Ocean archipelago as its economy is reeling under some stress, right? So some policies are mentioned here. India's neighborhood first policy, Vision Sagar, And Sagar, please look at Sagar. Sagar stands for security and growth for all in the region. So this is that India's vision for geopolitical cooperation in the maritime area of Indian Ocean. Okay, so search about what is Sagar also. Let's move to other two articles. Now, EPFO completes rollout of centralized system for pensioners. Why have I chosen this article? Now, when during the writing answers of governance or e-governance in GS paper 2, students lack a lot of, they do not have examples to substantiate their points, right? So these kind of examples you have to use. So here what EPFO has achieved, they have completed full-scale implementation of the new centralized pension payment scheme to provide PF pensions under EP employees pension scheme. So how it will help people? It will this transformative initiative empowers pensioners to access their pension seamlessly in any bank, any branch in the country. So it's very simple, right? If somebody has traveled to some other place also, maybe their daughters and sons, they can take the pension there also. You just don't have to visit your home district. It eliminates the need for physical verification visits and simplifies the pension disbursement process. But you just have to use one line, how EPFO has complete. You can use this as an example. Last article of the day, very beautiful point of view of the retiring Supreme Court Judge C.T. Ravi Kumar. So constructive criticism of Supreme Court verdicts are vital for our growth. So this comes under GS paper 2, where we want to hold our judiciary accountable. No one is absolved of criticism. Everybody should be checking and getting the feedback, right, in the democracy. So what he has said, constructive criticism of Supreme Court judgments of public significance must be encouraged. Criticizing judiciary should not go under punishment under the judiciary. While noting that people of India are, after all, the guardians of the judiciary. He has called people of India the guardians of judiciary. And according to Constitution of India, who is the guardian of the Constitution? Judiciary is the guardian of the Constitution, right? Judiciary was the guardian of the Constitution. This question was also asked in 2015 prelims paper. So this, you can use this example of this statement of retired Supreme Court judge in your judiciary conclusion, or how it can be improved, right? So that's it for today, 4th January. Bye.